How you doing? Melchizedek Todd here. Alright, this is the second part of calling the sprite. It's a demon sprite. I got Unity open. You see I got my little figure, Richard Cook. This right here is the work zone, I guess you want to call it. And this is here is like the when you touch play, how it's gonna look in the game, so forth. I don't really have a background in anything. Maybe I should just put a background in there down in a ways. Just for a look. I don't know what I have. Actually, I guess I can use this background that I've used before. Make sure it went in there. You gotta hold on. I kind of left Unity on last night, which usually I don't, so it kind of can go slow on my computer. Let's see if it showed up. Okay, here it goes. So let's drag it in here. I can size it. Oops. Should have instead of touching the camera part, I wanted to touch this. Move this around. I'm gonna get it right here and scale it. So, alright, well, that's good enough. Alright, so let's add the demon in there. Let me see and get the folders for that. There they go. So I'm going to do the color hold ones first. Just touch control and you can touch all three and put them in here. So I guess this is somewhat of an animation tutorial. Let's see. Here they go. So let me just put the first one in here, which I guess I'll make this one. Let's put him in here. Alright, you don't see him because he needs to be moved up in a layer. So I'll just put like 3, whoops, 303. Now I'll just put 3, make sure he's there. So he's there and he's pretty big, which I might do. Down the line, even though they're supposed to not be that big, they're supposed to just be more human size. So I'll just stick with that then. Shrink them down. Alright, so here he is. Always can shrink him down more if I want to. Alright. Grab him a little bit so I can see him. Now, let's create the animation. I already have animation on, and I just started learning Unity, so there's much better people to do. That probably have animation tutorials. I'm just showing what I'm more kind of experimenting. Want to see how this looks animated. If I need to add some more frames or not too. So I have a new animation. Anyway, but since I'm here, I can still teach. So anyway, so I touch animation right here, which you can also get in your window. There's animation. All right, animation. I touch animation, just create. You see that? Touch that. Name it. I'll just name it D1 or Demon 1. Then you can see this like a timeline. And so let's just experiment. Let's have some fun. So I'll put the first picture in here. So that's him. Now put the second one right there. And I'll just put the third one right here. You know, sometimes I just like to put them in and just see how it looks. You know, see how it flows. All right, like he's trying to do the jig. All right. So I don't mind. Maybe y'all can share, see this, what your opinion is of just the movement. The movement isn't that bad. I feel like with just 3 frames, it's you know it's jumpy, but to fix that, all you have to do is just add on more frames. You see, I'm just dragging it. Then the second one is dragging it. It's meaning just like if I would draw, which I didn't. Drew a whole bunch of other frames, but it's the same one, so it doesn't matter. All right, and they're kind of close together, so it's going to move a little bit faster. If I want to move slower, then I'll get the frames further away. So now let's see how it looks. So he's moving a little bit slower, a little bit. Maybe still a little. Let me see. Let me move this out a little bit. The thing about it is that, you know, they're in the spiritual world, which to me is kind of like water. You know, they're floating in water. Same thing with Richard Cook, the pilot. When I animate him, he's more going to like his legs and arms, making his legs going to be kind of moving like he's swimming in some way, because that's how I kind of feel like I kind of want to illustrate the spiritual world. So anyway, so it's not bad. Let me just see something. Let's see if I move them any even faster. Just want to experiment and see how it looks. Yeah, now he's much faster. He's going after him. Definitely want to get him. Now, a cool thing you can do, you can see how he's fast right there. Now, what if I do this? Grab on this, go to edit, copy, see this little white line, grab it with your cursor, bring it over here, go edit, paste. It's the same thing. Let's see how it looks. Yep, shouldn't be no different, right? Because you know it's the same thing. If you look down here, actually let's see. Well, actually, no. If I touch play and see how he looks in the gameplay, he's gonna fall because he needs like a collider and everything. Those of you know what that is, and a rigid body. But I kind of like this in some ways. But I'm just gonna experiment and do something. So anyway, let's see if we can make him go fast and slow him down. If I can go fast and slow down, cause hey, it's animation. It's kind of cool. And if I want to get a copy, move this around here, edit, paste, and then edit, paste. Let's see how let's get start from the beginning. Just to give him some variety, so he's not like doing the same movement over and over again. Yeah, so I kind of like that, you know, because you know, like, you know, video games and so forth, you can, you know, do it where like the enemy is getting close to your character and it moves much faster. You know, like it's going slow at first and it moves fast. You know, I actually I just saw a tutorial of how to control the enemy when it gets close to your character to make it move. So this would be a cool aspect to that. You know, the way you're moving right here. You know, he's moving slow and then he's moving fast. And like I said, I kind of wanted where he's like in the spiritual world moving around. So I'm going to do this. This would be the end of the tutorial. You know, I show it animated, but I'm going to show you a little bit further with Unity. I'm going to make them float through the spiritual world. Be kind of cool, I think. So what I need to do is, so he's already touched. Here he is right here. You go to inspector. This is inspector. You know, he's a sprite renderer. He's a sprite animator. He's been animated some. You know, I'm going to add a component. I'm going to try to add a component because it's not working. Kind of slow. Like I said, I should have just turned off the computer and turned off Unity. Yep, it kind of froze a little bit. Whatever, there you go. Yeah, I gotta get a new computer. Plain and simple. I mean, I appreciate this computer. I've had it for a little bit, but it's kind of going downhill a little bit. All right. So I'm going to give him a box collider. That box right here, that means he can, and I could be wrong if I say this wrong. I mean, he's pretty much he can be touched. You need a box collider for something to touch to different objects to touch, you know. And then you need to give him a rigid body, which I want to say, which I could be wrong. A rigid body is kind of helps also, I guess, to give him more. I just want to say flesh. You want to say that because you can, once you give him here rigid body 2D, it's a 2D character. So with the rigid body, you can do certain things with them. You know, like if I didn't put box collider, I'm going to go ahead and touch play and show it. I'm going to do full screen, touch play. And yep, it's a little bit slow. So just bear with it. Patience is a virtue. And I'm gonna have to edit this out because this is a little bit too slow. Yeah, I should have just turned it off and turned it back on. But anyway, while we're waiting, let's look at rigid body 2D. So this is dynamic body type. Oh, here we go. Yep, he is falling. See, he's falling. But he's not. All right. Richard Cook. Going through a monster demon. All right, anyway, so here's a big one coming. All right, so he dropped. You know why he dropped? Because he has a dynamic rigid body. And to change that, he needs a kinetic rigid body. Now, let's just see what happens. Now he's just there. Yep. And I can't even touch him because he has a kinetic body. And it must, let me see, I must have turned on, either my character has it turned on. Yeah, my character also has a, I think a dynamic body. I gotta check, and that's why I can't move him or push him or anything. He's like a wall. Let me make sure. All right, so I'm gonna click on Richard Cook. Let's see, his rigid body. Well, yep, he's dynamic. If it was kinetic, they would go through each other. Which means they are kinematic, and if he is kinematic, then what is the difference? Besides, this one has a script. I mean, one thing I didn't do the freeze rotation. That's interesting. I wonder if it's because he doesn't have a script yet. A script is kind of like how you tell something to do something. Interesting. So we're gonna give him a script. I'm learning things new every single day with Unity, and the cool thing about it, as you're learning and so forth, you figure out different stuff that you sometimes you don't even find tutorials. You know, you learn how to manipulate the program in some ways for your advantage. Which which eventually, once this game is over, I'm going to show you certain things. Because I don't want to share right now with how I kind of made the game, how I kind of manipulated some things in the system for my game to work and why. I just don't want to share it right now because it's kind of like would be kind of like showing too much behind the veil, which what I'm trying to plan. So anyway, enough of that. And go to assets. And I should, to be more organized, you make a folder. You go to create folder, and the folder would be scripts. Yep, and everything's in capital. Wait a minute. All right. Then with the scripts, I would put these. These are scripts, which they should be in there, be more organized. Let me go ahead and do that. Oh, maybe I shouldn't because now everything's slowing down. Let's just keep on moving on. All right, enemy script, which these two fellas have. So now I'm going to give it to him. Now, then we click on him. Wait a minute, why did it not show up? Here. Everything's slow. Sorry, folks. Here we go. His inspector. So now he has, where is it? So the enemy script seemed like it did not touch on him, which I betcha. Yep, it went on the background. This happens sometimes. So you just remove a component, which is fine. Sometimes you have to bring them up big and then, wait a minute, let me touch them first. Go here. Now I'm going to put the script on him. Now let's see if it got on him. Enemy, so he's an enemy now. Health. Alright, that's not really going to matter so much, but I'll give him 55 health. Speed, so he can move. I'll give him 2, so he moves moderately. Blood effect, I did not do that yet, and I bet you. Someone say hi, Eve. Eve is up again. Okay, so they have a blood effect too. I thought maybe that was the reason why he couldn't move, why he couldn't go through him. But anyway, so let's see how this goes. Alright, there he goes, moving around, he's swimming around. And still, interesting. Still cannot move him or go through him like the other ones, which is fine, but that should have only happened. At least I assume it should only happen if his rigid body was maybe full kinematic. Free position. Only other reason might be because his layer. Let me see if I put his layer on enemy, because everyone else is on enemy layer, so they can, you know, be touched, so he can actually shoot these two guys. So let me see if that might be why. If not, I'll probably just have to find out. Interesting. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and uncheck his box collider. Okay. So something must have been with this box collage. Anyway, there he is, flowing through. He'll be coming after me. So I gotta figure that out. But actually, that's fine because I'm gonna make it where some enemies he's not gonna be able to just like go through, or they can't touch them in a certain way, or they're gonna block them and so forth in a way. So, but there's another way for me to do that. All right. Anyways, I just wanted to try to show you something extra besides the animation. So actually, let me get rid of his script so you can't move forward. Okay. So I kind of like that. You know, you can write me back and you know, if you like it or not. I can probably add, but I kind of like, you know, only 3 frames. You know, remember that's only 3 frames, and I feel like it kind of works. You know, for where it is, I can make them go slower, faster. You know, depending down here in the animation, I can just make them just keep on going fast, fast, fast. And the cool thing about it with the script, there you go, turn the door, now he's moving with the big guy. I can make one of those really super fast enemies that can jump on me really fast. So let's watch, let's just see that. Wait a minute. Oh, I gotta give him back his, oh, his enemy script isn't on. There you go, he's running fast. Let's see that again. Large screen. Once it turns on. Coming soon to a theater near you. The Time Freeze. Starring Richard Cook. All right. Very slow. That's okay. Okay, whoops. You know what? I didn't even touch play. That's my fault. There you go. Oh, it's not moving. What happened? What did I do wrong? It's floating out there. I can go around them. Alright. Yeah, the box collider isn't on. You know, that thing that was pushing me. Remember his Richard. Oh, his script isn't on. Alright, there you go. Because if you touch play and you try to do something, once you, ooh, super fast. You gonna see? Okay, I'm gonna move him all the way back. That's my daughter E. Now let's see how fast he gets to me. Let's see, he's a 10 in speed, and they are, what is he? Whatever, is a 2, so he ain't gonna go that fast. And this one is a 5. Alright. Let's see how fast they're gonna go. Okay, it's 5. Oh, we go. He's gonna win, gonna win. Nah, he almost came back from behind. Alright, anyways. A little slow poke. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for sticking around. Watch me have fun with this little character. Oh, and you know, another reason why I had to make this character was because I was getting really tired of these little blob things being the I guess, I don't know, being the props for Richard's the hit, and all they do is float. They don't move around. They have no animation, and so it's kind of boring. I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna put them in the game or not, but I know it's kind of boring. They just, all they do is float and go forward. They have no animation. You know,